Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see guys, we have snow. That doesn't really bode well for what I kind of wanted to get done in today's episode, but we're going to have to maybe swap some things around. As you can see, we also have a trailer full of wood chips, as we usually do at the start of each episode, but we only have a couple of trees left. Now, I did go around yesterday off recording. Obviously, I filled this trailer. I did chop the rest of the trees down in our where we're going to kind of build a farm, and to be honest, there is still two big trees left. I have chopped them down, but there are two big trees left that do need mulching. All patched right there for some reason. That's a bit weird. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, so what we need to do today is we're obviously going to drop this wood chip up. We're going to have to wood chip up the last two trees. It doesn't help that obviously the snow has come, so that's kind of meant can't really do much in the fields. But I'm thinking maybe today is cow moving day. Yeah, that's right, I did it. I did the moving day. You know why? Why not? Because I'm a child. But while that's emptying, let's have a look in the store. Ooh. Look at this. 136 brake horsepower. Only 20 hours. That's kind of what we've got now. There's a... Oh my god, the Merlot might even be better. Oh, no. We don't have enough money for the Merlot. Oh, there's some stuff in the shop today. I'm very jealous. There we go. We've just made £38,000 and we've still got a little bit left. Oh, 36 hours is quite expensive on the workload, but oh my god, that's... How often does a Merlot? Because the Merlot's got the 3-point as well. We could actually use it for jobs. And it comes with an Asaria Pro Compact on it as well. So it already comes with the sensors. Oh my god, I want that. But to be honest, I also want this. The little Zeta. It only comes with 117, so we would have to upgrade it. Which is another 10 grand. Oh, that is 82 grand second hand. That's... Oh. Hey, we've got a tank coming as well. We've got a tank coming. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to get the tank. Because that just makes sense. We need to decide, guys, if we're going to buy this Merlot. I think the Merlot has to be bought, doesn't it? It has to be bought. That gives us our lifting capability for front loading, tree work. Well, there isn't going to be much more tree work to do. I think we get the Merlot, guys. I think we do actually go in, we get the Merlot. I think we're going to buy half of it. I don't know. I didn't expect to get a tractor that would be useful temporarily. Like, well, I'm just looking here now. The tractor would have more brake horsepower than the one we've got. It's got pretty much the same hours as we have on this one. This one's fine for the work hours. It is a little bit older. I don't think it's going to need repairing as often. I'm very confused here, guys. I'm very confused. I want the Merlot, but I want the tractor. As daft as it sounds, can you imagine baling with an extra 20 brake horsepower than we already have? Now, it is a lot of money for an extra 20 brake horsepower, but remember what I said before. If we have a second tractor, we can use a worker. Now, I don't want to use a worker on loads and loads of jobs. I'm thinking maybe a worker on, like, a cultivating job. Although saying that a cultivating job's probably the job you can make the most money on. Oh, I don't know. The Merlot sounds like it's... The Merlot would actually take this stuff to the sell point quicker. I think we need the Merlot no matter what. I think it's a good price. We're gonna go back. We're just gonna chop up these two. I say chop up these. We're gonna grind up these two trees, mulch, wood chip, whatever terminology you want to. I did plan on actually buying a field today, but of course I've found in the last few episodes the shop has been quite poor. Today we have a tractor. Today we have a front loader. We have a telehandler, and we have a tractor, a telehandler, and the front tank. That's massive. Right, just over here is the 2 remaining trees. Right, I have had issues with these going for lately. But I do need to so what it is, guys, is let me jump back in this so it's not sounding me out. What's happening is that it's still too big for the wood chipper. That's why in yesterday's episode we ended up having to kind of chop pieces up, really, and try and get it in that way, really. And also, I don't think it helps that I think that bottom half of that tree just there is supposedly the trunk. So that is definitely something that's kind of delayed us a little bit. But yeah, we haven't really got much we can do when it snows, so we are just going to spend, if we spend this final day wood chipping, this should be this entire area removed of trees, which I think is just, yeah, we can start building a little farm. We can get little sheds here, we can get little sheds there. But there is something I did want to do, which actually I didn't even consider yesterday. We put in our cow field yesterday for our beef stock. We don't even know how many cows. It can only take 136 cows. Right, okay. So we do need to be getting these cows moved in. To be honest, we need to get them moved in very, very soon. And if you look, it's still not going to take this. Having to use super strength. I've worked so hard. That's not a super strength item. That's fantastic. Oh, I love it. And it just instantly disappeared. Guys, that trailer's nearly full. We chopped one tiny little piece off. There should be another tree somewhere. Maybe there isn't a tree. Maybe one of the trees was the tree I did yesterday. Let's just get onto there. Let's lower that. Can you please? Right, so you're still not going to give me what I need. This Devourer mod on FS25, guys, I've found it has not been very useful in this series. Yeah, I know it's a fantastic mod. I used it a lot on 22. It was my way of doing trees. But yeah, to be honest, guys, I don't really know. I don't like it. And yeah, FS25, it just never seems to work. Unless I physically feed it with super strength. It just doesn't ever seem to want to work. Oh. And if I lift that up, it still doesn't like working. It's just like it's all too big. But, you know, isn't that the whole point of this? So anyway, we'll spend a few minutes and we'll get this chopping up a little bit. I know it's very loud. I'm going to turn the machine off in a second. That is still too big. This is what I'm talking about. This Devourer just doesn't seem to work well on 25. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with it. that seems to have made a difference, but not massively. Just bring that back over it. Like I say, I've done so well on this series to not use super strength, and then this last couple of episodes, but once this tree's out there, it's not my fault. The tree devourer or whatever it's called is absolute dog on this series. It is absolutely horrible. I don't think I'll use it again. I was better off just chopping the trees up. It was a lot slower, but at least I didn't use super strength, and I've kind of made, you know, I've been quite proud with the fact that I've hardly used it until it came to doing these bloody trees on this last couple of days. It's upside down, but hopefully it'll take it. No, still doesn't like it. It just doesn't like it. It's really annoying. Right, since that is so loud, let's just spend some more time chopping this up. I will be glad when these trees are done now, just because I brought this device in as a, you know, and the modding to just try and speed up this little bit of work, and it just hasn't worked. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's not been the best. Let's just get this cut up, and then hopefully going forward we can just sit in the tractor and get this all tipped up now. I have just thought of a problem. Hang on a minute. I might have just thought of a problem why it's not working. The trailer might be full. It stops taking the trees if it's full. Right, there we go. That actually might be a problem. Yeah. It won't take if it's full. It's not full. We had to look at it though, just in case it was. Now that's full. Just too big to go in here, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. I'm not a fan of this mod, this 125, guys. I'm really not a fan. Like, as soon as I pick it up, it takes it. Like, it pretends like it's gonna wood chip, and then it just doesn't do anything. I won't mind, but this is really delaying me. I want to get these. I want to get these cows moved in, and it is just massively delaying me. I won't mind, but every time we hit a new hour in game as well, guys, there's a chance we could lose something. We don't even have enough money at the moment for the Merlot, so we do have to also be careful on that. We don't want to. I'm gonna get the Merlot. We do need to sell this pile of wood chips. There we go. That didn't even fill it. That literally didn't even fill it. Okay. I don't know if there is anything else around here. I don't think there is. There is a tree there, I suppose. We only need 9%, that's the problem. Okay, we are apparently chipping stuff up. So yeah, there we go then, guys. That is what we are doing. Yeah, we finally got this area completely removed of the trees. So this trailer load now, this is going to take a few seconds to get up to the top of that hill. But this is now this area clear. Now we do need to spend some money. We need to level it. But we need to get the Merlot as soon as we possibly can. I can't believe we're going to have a Merlot. We're going to be, yeah, this is going to be good. I know we've got the attachments for the front loader, which means in theory we don't really need it, but I am still very tempted about getting the Zeta, guys. I am very tempted about maybe financing it. But I need to get the cows. Although saying that, are we even going to have any grass to feed the cows? But yeah, we do need to still get the cows, even if we have to buy a bale or two. I'm just not sure how many cows to get, because to be honest, the size of that cow pen, and it only takes 135 cows. It's not a lot of cows, to be honest. But my plan with the cows, let's talk about the plans for the cows. So we're going to buy a beef stock cow, so we can just sell them when they get to like two years. So my idea is to maybe buy like 20 adults, and we will always keep the adults. And when they breed, we'll sell the babies at like 6 months. I think 6 months. Now 6 months isn't going to be like an optimal price to sell. It's always about 2 years to sell. But if I keep the cows for 6 months, we're never technically. If I keep the cows for 2 years, we're very rarely going to sell any cows. I say that we probably would sell quite a lot of cows still. But I think if we take them as 6 months and just sell them on from there, I think that will. You know, you got to remember the cows are going to be free. All we're going to have to do is put water in. It's not like they're going to cost us a lot of money, especially if we're just grazing them off the meadow grass. But what my idea was, which is where I was going with this conversation, is if we can get any cheap bales in the shop, we will. I will feed them hay and stuff like that once we get to the ability of being able to do some of our own grass work. You know, hay, silage, things like that. But we're not in that position at the moment to do that. So this is what I'm thinking is we feed them the meadow grass. It can be grass-fed grazing cows, and then, you know, we will give them some silage and some hay once we get to that point, unless any cheap silage or hay bales come up in the shop, which is actually a possibility. So, you know, if that's a possibility and they do come up in the shop, we will just buy them because, you know, they'll be discounted down anyway. But I think that's probably I think that's the best way we can do it. I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we are a little bit longer into this episode than I would have liked. I would have liked to have done the wood chips within like the first 10 minutes. That's kind of why I did it this way, and it hasn't really worked. Nothing really works when I have a plan, so I think maybe in the next episode we won't have a plan and we'll just see how it goes, because the plans don't work anyway. Although granted, the plans today was to do some field work and the snow came. I'm not even gonna finance the Merlot, guys. I'm thinking there we go. There is enough money to buy the Merlot. Standard, come. I don't get a refund for that. We will just go for the only thing I would have liked, depending on I would have liked Nokia. Oh, do you know what? They're nice tires. I quite like them tires. We'll go with them tires. 83.2. There we go. We now own a Merlot. We own a Merlot. Wow, we own a Merlot. I tell you what, we do need as well while we are shopping. To be honest, I think that's more of a front loader tool than where are we? Telehandler. Yeah, it definitely wasn't for this one. So we need some forks for it, so we can start moving stuff. So I'm thinking, well, that is the only one we can use. So pallet fork, we do need to buy a pallet fork for £2,000. But there we go, guys. We have now bought a telehandler. We bought a Merlot. That is, yeah, that's buzzing. And I'm thinking of using the Merlot to go and pick up our cows. And the reason for that is it just has more power for driving up the hill, literally. And it'll be nice to use the Merlot. Now we've just bought it. But what have we got? We've got a Merlot at the shop. We've got some front forks at the shop. And we have our new fertilising and spraying tank capacity on the back. So we can bring everything back from the shop all at once. So yeah, buzzing. I'm proper buzzing. I don't know what to do with this, guys. I'm hoping you guys comment on this piece of land. Do we just wood it up, wood chip it up? I did sell the wood chipper, that's the problem. But we do need to send the devourer back to the shop, so we will do that when we go to when we get back to our little farm area. I do need to spend quite a lot of money as well and level the ground. None of this is free in this series. Normally I do have it where it's set to free because I usually mess it up, but yeah, it's not free in this series. We have to pay for all the land adjustments and stuff, so never good. When I have to pay for land adjustments, it never goes right, ever. Oh, by the way, we have got approximately a quarter of a pallet of goat's milk, but the goat's milk is coming along nicely, to be honest. I do love that though. What a cracking idea, adding that route to the spawn point for the pallets. Keeps the snow off. I like that. That's really cool. Cool idea. Now I know to a lot of people it's just a basic idea, but I don't tend to think of stuff like that. My brain's not wired to think like that. Ooh, we're going to get a Merlot. I'm very excited, and we've got a new driving machine, and I really want to get that tractor. I really do. I really do want to get that tractor. The problem is the Merlot is more power. I don't think we'll need, if we use that Merlot, we shouldn't really use it for working in fields and stuff, but you can. I think maybe the Merlot is just our new tractor. Right, so we're going to go here, turn that off. We're going here on there, and we are going to list items and return. We should get a little bit of money back. We got £1,000 back for the lease cost. Oh, there we go, guys. Look at that absolutely beautiful thing. Oh, look at it. I love it. We don't have to service it. It comes fully repaired. Whoa. Oh, I forget it's four wheel steer. You know what, guys? We can even bring that pallet of fertilizer back with us to the farm. God, this has been an absolutely brilliant brilliant buy. I'm trying to figure out why. Yes, why is my forks not all right, press wrong pedal there. Yeah, I was more curious then, guys, why my forks are not unfolding. You know, they're not extending outwards and stuff. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, I think I've got a keybind issue somewhere. There we go. Right, back to the farm we go. And I think a great way to end this episode is actually by just getting the cows. Yeah. 27 mile an hour, so we are also quicker. We have more brake horsepower. We are quicker top speed. I think the Merlot is just instead of that tractor. I think that is going to be the way to go. I would have loved to have got the little Zeta. I never use that Zeta in anything. Yeah, I'm a little bit Why isn't my yeah, it's a bit weird. Not really sure why the forks are not spreading. Unless it's on my other control stick. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've got two of them. I got the one on the farm stick, whatever it's called, from Thrustmaster, and I've got the Logitech side panel. I don't tend to use the farm stick very often, actually. The wife got me for Christmas, but I just don't use it. It's because it's further away. I could do with putting it on the other side of my desk, actually, and then having it on my left hand. But I'm right-handed for all this stuff, and if I'm going to use one, I tend to just use the other one. Right, so there we go. We are now back at the farm already. That was quick. Oh, guys, we've still got a trailer of wood chips. Ooh. We have a little trailer of wood chips. Maybe at the beginning of the next episode, that's what we sell. I don't really, you know, like I say, I'm trying to get ourselves away from the wood chip side of things, but, you know, at the end of the day, we do have a trailer. It won't be a lot of money. You're probably talking a couple of £1,000 at the most. That is the wrong one. I need to go on the back. Yeah, this doesn't want to work. So that does that way, that does that way, that does down, that does up. That turns it off. Press the button there. That should... yeah, so that one there should turn the sticks, but it's not. So I'm trying to just figure this out because it's kind of annoying. There we go. Right, so it's on my other farm stick, on the Thrustmaster. There we go. Not too bad. Well, hang on a minute. Do you connect to this tractor? Will you connect to this Merlo? You should do. Yes, you do. Right, let's go and buy our cows. We have £30,000 for our cows. Like I say, we will go for a beef stock. I wish the Highland cows were on this map. I know they're not technically released yet. I am looking very forward to having the Highland cows. You know, we are getting a proper British map for once, and yeah, I am looking forward to it. God, we're quicker. We've got more power. I'm loving this, guys. The Merlo was the choice. The Merlo was definitely the choice. Let's just do that. Let's drive like that. That's how you should technically drive, so you're not going to technically kill people. I know there isn't really anyone on this map, but you get the idea. Whoa! I didn't put a number plate on this machine. I just realised I've got a completely random number plate. This needs to be Matt002. I'm looking forward to this, so guys. We're going to get cows. We have goats. We have cows. Yes, in theory, milk cows would make us more money, but we did a lot of milking Pelegni. And I kind of don't want to do milk in every series. You know, we are doing the goat's milk instead of the wool, so we are trying to spice things up a little bit. We should look, actually, how much the goat's milk is worth. Although we did say we would just sell it when it was full, no matter the price. But I'm thinking if it's the best price to sell now, it might be the time to sell it. If it takes a year to fill, for example, it'll be ready to sell every time it's the best price. But yeah, I tell you what, when we get back to the farm, we will also check the price of the goat's milk. Actually, we can check when we get to the animal dealer. I believe it's up this one, and then we can just reverse it in, and then that is on there. There we go. Oh, there we go. We can actually get the animals in there. So they're milk cows, Angus. Would you know what? We'll go for the Angus. Can be sold for profit. Can be sold for profit. But yeah, we'll go for the Angus. I think it's... I'll tell you what we'll probably do. I think we'll get 6 of each. 30. Wow. Okay. I didn't really expect that. Wow. That's going to be £28,000. Wow. Wow. I didn't expect that. I genuinely didn't expect that. I thought they would be a little bit... Wow. We were going to look at the price of goat's milk. So, G. It is technically the best time to sell it right now. So, I think we have to sell the goat's milk. We can bring it when we come back for the next 6 cows, but that is going to leave us with no money at all. It does mean today there will be no farm buildings. I was hoping to maybe get a farm building in. I could have gone for a slightly younger cow, but I do want to kind of get the cows breeding quickly. You know, especially if there's not... Well, I don't even know if there's any food for them yet. But yeah, you get the idea. I wanted to get them breeding as quickly as possible. We have a Land Rover come up. The Lizard Santana is basically a Series 1 Land Rover Defender. It's not even a Defender, it's a Series 1. It's just the equivalent of a very old Defender, and it's come up in the shop, and that looked like a very, very cheap price as well, of £5,000. That would be quite handy, actually. Thinking more the top speed for running around the sell points were like pallets. Like, this isn't bad at 27 mile an hour, but the Land Rover would definitely be a lot quicker. Top speed alone is quicker. Yeah, that is our plans today then, guys. That is kind of what we set out to do today, was to get the cows on the farm. I was hoping to do a little bit of field work. That hasn't really worked out due to the snow, but I can't really do anything about the weather. Mother Nature is not liking us today. Like a wide berth there. We don't want to be cow drifting. That is fantastic. I love that. Right, oh, we need to give the cow some water as well. Try and go this way, it's a little bit smoother. Actually, it's a lot smoother. Don't know how well this is gonna... Although it will turn very well, won't it? You know what, this Merlot has been worth every penny. Right, there we go. So we have 6 cows. Let's transfer those to the husbandry, and they are in. There we go. I am absolutely loving the cows. That is fantastic. I am just going to get a nice little screenshot. To be fair, guys, if you pay attention to the videos, you will see we already have the cows. That will be the screenshot. I could have put the Merlot, but I kind of want the Merlot to be like, oh, you got the Merlot, you know what I mean? Right, let's go and get the goat's milk. We'll give them water when we come back. Oh, I'm loving the Merlot. It's so much faster. It's amazing. Alright guys, sorry, phone's ringing, but to be fair, Google has told me it is a suspicious call. I have to answer unknown numbers, you see, guys, in case it's the care home where my dad is, so just to give you a heads up, you know. But it isn't. It did eventually come up saying spam call, and I know it doesn't come up as a spam call, so. Right, so let's get that dropped off there. Let's get this gate in here. Let's get this sorted. Like I said, I didn't really want to sell part pallets, but today is pretty much the best month we can get for price, and to be honest, it's a quarter full. There we go, nice and steady. Got that tucked under. That's exactly. Oh, that's yeah. It did. You know what? There you go. 300 litres basically. Like I say, it's not a lot. If it's £3 grand, it's at least £1 grand. That's how I look at it. We've got a third. There we go. Now I do have to just go on here and click tag, because I don't know which one is the best price. I know there are a few triggers up in the that little goat's having a whale of a time. Yeah, I do need to nip to the shop. Actually, I need a toolbox on the farm so I can edit and repair and stuff. I need to put a number plate on this vehicle. There, lovely jubbly. Yeah, I don't know what goes on with that with them backlights, because the texture's there, it just sometimes bugs out. It's very weird. I have to I'll go back in and looking into that, because it's very weird. Looks like they're floating, but they're not. Right, so we are going into... Right, so we're going into this one to sell. So this is the dairy, is it? The animal livestock dairy. There you go, £917. Well, I should have got more than that, but fair enough. £917 for not really doing out, but it does help. Whoa, trailer sliding all over. Let's get that delivered in there. Do you know what, it'd be nice if I actually unloaded it like we were doing it properly. There you go, look at that. Right, let's get the cows. I kind of want to get some brown cows as well, but I kind of just want to... Do you know what, yeah, let's get 6 of each. Fold that back up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, them backlights are really weird. You can see it right there, and then it just disappears. I'm going to have a look into that, because that's very, very strange. I had someone join the Discord this morning in the middle of the night and then left after like 5 minutes because he kept asking questions in a picture only channel that states it is pictures only, and then left in a rage, left in a paddy. I don't get it. You know, if you're going to type in a picture only channel where people can put the screenshots of their FS gameplay, of course it's going to delete comments. You know what I mean? It's a picture channel. all they had to do was use the next channel up, that was the farm sim chat, and then, you know what I mean? Apparently he's having trouble getting the crane working, but I can't help mod conflicts, guys. It works for me, you know what I mean? But I am very wary of what mods I do use. There are a lot of mods out there that can cause conflicts. To be fair, there's mods on Mod Hub that can cause conflicts if it's several scripts and stuff. But yeah, just to give you all a heads up, it does work. The i4 Williams trailer does work. I can't. If yours isn't working, I would maybe suggest looking in the mods. But I use it on a default map. All mods that I release do end up getting tested on, well, they get tested on River Springs, to be fair. Default map, because you never know if a map's going to be the issue, you see. So yeah, I need to look into this though. I definitely need to look into this. Why that trim's missing? Very strange. I can't say I'd noticed it before, and I had seen it missing before. I kind of just contradicted myself there, but it does work when you do it on different lights. But I think the different lights and stuff could be like a plastic trim. I'll have a look. I've got to wait for the window man again today, so I've got nothing to do today while I wait for him to show. Yeah, we're going to get these cows in, we're going to get them some water, and I think that is a pretty good spot for the video to end, really, because, yeah, like I say, I wanted to get some field work done. I wanted to buy a new field, but neither has happened. Just to make it clear, that neither's happened. There's nothing I can do about that. It is the weather. The lovely British weather has once again screwed the farmers. Them round there, bring it round here, bring that nicely round there, throw it in full lock around there like that, straighten her up, reverse it down, put the cows in the field. There we go, guys. So that is it done there and there. I will just do it in the menu. Yeah. There's no manure heap nearby, there's no slurry nearby, so meadows 40%, grass is 40%, silages and hay, lovely. Must have a custom feed, which is good. So yeah, if we just have a little look in the shop, did anything new come on? It was that, yes. I absolutely love this vehicle. I'm very, very tempted about buying it. We'd go for the olive green. I do love them in olive green. We'd go for the sandy colour. We would go for the roof rack. We would go for front attachers. We would go for bull bar there. Just go for bull bar. We would go for back wheel and can. Hang on a minute. We can't have back wheel and can. Well, maybe that is something I'm going to release. I might put that where the back wheel is on the back along with the can as well. Because I do like it when the wheel and can is on the back. So I might do that. And then we will go for the off-road tyres. Yeah, we don't have enough money to buy it. So hopefully that is still in the shop maybe in the next episode. Time to give these cows some water. And then that is it done. Our cows are in. Those are the adult cows. We will never get rid of the adult cows, guys. We're just going to use them to breed. We will just sell babies from 6 months. 6 months isn't the prime age to sell them at, I don't think. If you do know, let me know in the comments below. What is the prime age for selling cows? I don't actually know. What age would you sell cows if you were technically selling them? I don't actually know, and I know I could Google, but sometimes I just like to ask questions. I do get people comment on the videos, and it is nice to get conversations going. And there we go, 6,050 litres. I don't know how many litres of water these will take or drink per day. We will have to keep an eye But that is the farm up and running in theory. Yes, we don't have any buildings, but that will happen. Next thing we need to do is we need to try and get our hands on a barn. So we can, just in case any... To be honest, it's just in case any hay bales come up in the shop. That water is filling up nicely. That has filled that. Let's take a little gander. The water, yeah, we can get a couple more waters, but that is where I'm going to leave this episode, guys. All I'm going to do is just another water just to make sure they've got more than one, and then that way it's just making sure that... Whoa, well, there was a piece of wood. Yeah, we have officially cleared the area. The wood chips in this area are now complete. I am very tempted about selling the other woodland area. Please let me know what you think we should do with that woodland area. It would mean buying another wood chipper. But yeah, at the beginning of the next episode, we will sell that little trailer there of wood chips just to get rid of it. Just so we can use that trailer for future work, really. So we can't sell it, we started with it. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button so I know you have enjoyed it. And until the next one, thank you for watching.